On an ordinary afternoon in Seattle, a 10-year-old girl made a decision that exposed something disturbing at home. A driver named Annika saw her, pulled over, and within minutes, the call to 911 was made.
Explain to me, you live in building 23?
I do.
Okay, and then she ran out when you were coming home?
Yeah, so I don't know if, I guess you came from that way, but I came from the other entrance, and I was going up the hill. Okay. Before I turned left to go down this hill, she was just standing at the corner waving me down.
Like out on the street?
Yeah.
Oh. And then I think just about to mention she has bruising?
Yeah, she does have like a little bruise on her forehead. I guess it happened yesterday.
Okay. She mentioned anything about like mom hitting her?
Yes. After we talked about it a little bit more, she has mentioned her mom is quite abusive actually.
Okay.
And has history in the police system, I believe. She said she goes to court, stuff like that. So.
Okay.
She lived in a small apartment complex with her mother, Darla, a military veteran who struggled with severe PTSD after her service. Earlier that day, there was a rare moment of hope. Darla promised to take her daughter out later to see the lights of Seattle, something that did not happen often. That afternoon, something shifted. When the girl begged her mother to stop and was told that no one would care if she ran away, she quietly made her choice. While Darla sat watching a loud movie, the girl slipped out of the apartment and ran into the road, waving down passing cars in a desperate attempt to reach her grandfather, where this happened.
I guess I'm just trying to get more information as to what's going on here. Just try to figure out what's happening. You ever talked to the police before? Yeah? Okay. And Annika was telling me that you live around here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Kind of far.
Well, I mean, just tell me what's happening. What's going on?
This morning I got up. My mom told me something.
Okay.
While the house was clean for the last time I started cleaning. I woke up, she told me clean, and today she said that we were going to go see Seattle lights.
Okay.
But then she's like, no, we're not going to go. And then we went to take out garbage. And she told me to look for something. She told me to look for a shoe or whatever in the car. And then I couldn't find it, and I said it wasn't there. And then she said, then she shut up. And then she put me in the corner, and then she started hitting me, and then she kicked me. And she told me to stay in the corner, and the tap is off.
Okay.
She has PTSD from the military.
Okay.
And she always gets mad at me. For no reason sometimes.
When you said she's hitting you? Sorry, I know it's hard, but could you, what does that look like?
She hits me like this.
Yeah?
Sometimes she uses her fist and does this, like that. And this morning, when she told me to go to the corner, she pushes my head to the wall corner part.
Yeah?
And sometimes when she tells me to go to the corner, she goes to sleep and she forgets to tell me to get out of the corner. And she forgets to tell me, so sometimes I just stand there all day until I fall asleep. And then the next morning she told me to get out of bed or get out of the corner, and then she tells me to start cleaning again.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And she hits me a lot. Even we used to live in with my grandpa.
Yeah.
He used to take care of me when my mom used to work.
That's who you were trying to go visit now? You were trying to get to your grandpa?
So he could talk to her. He's the only person that she'll listen to. But after a while she just goes back to normal.
Okay.
You see, Darla was not the kind of mother anyone expected. She yelled, shoved her daughter into a corner, slammed her head against the wall, and kicked her hard in the stomach. The girl was still wearing her jacket and boots, and she had not eaten all day, which made the pain even worse. This was not an isolated incident. The girl later explained that her mother often became angry without warning, hitting her with open hands, fists, and kicks, and sometimes forcing her to stand in a corner for hours. On some nights, she was left there until she collapsed from exhaustion. Darla often blamed her daughter for the father leaving, telling her it was her fault. Even when they stayed with the grandfather, the abuse did not completely stop, leaving behind bruises and injuries that no child should have to hide.
I tried to go see my grandpa so I could tell him about what's happening. She said that she wouldn't care if I ran away.
Yeah.
Just like because my other brother and sister tried to run away before. And my dad left soon I was 3. And my brothers and sisters, they're my half brothers and sisters, so their dad took them away, and so my mom has a lot of trauma, and my dad used to beat her.
Oh, okay.
Because he was a drunk.
Wow.
So my mom had a lot of trauma. And so she just takes it out of me. She yells at me. She told me that the reason why he left was because of me.
Wow. Yeah, that's horrible. I'm sorry.
Officers found a fresh bruise on her forehead and examined it carefully, noting her pain and the fact that she had been kicked in the stomach on an empty stomach. Firefighters were called to check her injuries, and Child Protective Services was notified to step in. When officers returned to the apartment to speak with Darla, she became angry and aggressive and told her side of the story, which was not convincing.
Well, let me ask you this, okay? She's got a pretty severe marks on the front of her, okay? We go into your apartment and we start looking at those walls in there. Are we going to find evidence that her face was on those walls?
What do you mean? Like...
Did you hurt her?
No.
Okay, have you disciplined her recently? Okay? You're allowed to discipline your child. We're just trying to find out the extent of it to find out whether or not it's something that we need to be involved in more seriously and escalate this real high up, or whether or not we can just have a plain conversation with it.
She's been... Okay, when we were at that party, I had her wear a mask because she's, like, been really sick. When she gets cranky, she, like at that party, like, I told her...
Let's talk about today. Okay? She's got marks from today. Tell me how she got those marks today.
I don't know. I don't know what she felt. I know she was playing with her friends and kept goofing around on Friday, and today we were moving around the stuff because we went to the storage. We climbed into my storage.
Darla, can you breathe?
I've been walking around.
Okay. You having trouble breathing right now?
I have a brain aneurysm. Whenever it gets too high, I start getting lightheaded. I fell before. I fell at work and I hit my head.
Okay. How long ago was that?
In September, so they've had me on.
Is there any issue? Is there anything that you have any medical issues that's preventing you from breathing right now?
Asthma.
You have asthma. Okay. All right.
The girl was taken to safety, likely placed with her grandfather or into protective care, while Darla faced charges. Records suggest this was not Darla's first arrest, as she had previous incidents tied to untreated PTSD. There have been no public updates about the girl's condition or the final outcome of the case due to privacy laws protecting minors in Washington state. However, the footage and reports confirmed the situation was real, and it sparked widespread discussion about mental health support for veterans and the responsibility to protect children. Veterans deserve care and support, but no child should be left to suffer behind closed doors. The girl escaped with minor physical injuries, but the emotional damage will take much longer to heal. Sometimes, survival comes down to one moment of courage and one stranger willing to stop, and this time, that was enough to save her. In January 2026, a solo hiker set out on a remote forest trail, expecting nothing more than a quiet walk through nature, but the situation changed in a way very few people are ever prepared for. The hiker was alone, carrying no visible protection or safety gear, and was using his phone to record the scenery as he walked, something many people do without thinking twice. As he moved along the narrow trail with brush closing in on both sides, this happened.
I'm going away. I'm going away. I'm going away. I'm not gonna promise. I'm not gonna. Hey, I'm not gonna bug you. I'm going away. I'm not gonna bug you. I promise. I'm just going away. I'm going away. I promise I'm not gonna bug you. I'm going away. I promise. I swear. I'm going away. I'm not gonna bug you. I'm going away. I'm going away. Very slowly, very calmly. I'm going away. I won't bug you. I'm going away. I'm going away. Very slowly. I'm going away. I'm going away. I'm going away. I'm not gonna bug you. I'm going away. I'm going away. I'm not gonna bug you. I'm going away.
As the hiker slowly stepped back, the lion began to follow, not charging outright, but staying close, making short movements forward, hissing and lifting its paws in what wildlife experts later described as bluff charges. These are meant to scare, not immediately attack, but when you are alone on a narrow trail, there is no way to know how far that line might be pushed. The hiker is left alone on the trail, shaken but unharmed, and eventually makes it out safely. There were no injuries to him or to the animal, and no report of any further encounters that day. As of February 2026, the footage, first shared on TikTok and later spread across social media. Despite the attention, there have been no official updates about the hiker and no public statement from wildlife officials. Many people question the decision to hike alone in an area known for mountain lions, especially without deterrents like bear spray or noise devices, and during a time of year when animals may be more protective. What likely saved the hiker was his calm response. He did not run, did not turn his back, and did not act aggressively. I think the lion was displaying escort behavior, trying to guide a perceived threat away from something important, possibly cubs or a recent kill hidden nearby. There was no cell service, no help close by, and no easy way out if things had gone differently. On January 18, 2026, what began as a routine traffic stop in the quiet neighborhood of Marina Heights, California, slowly turned into a deadly encounter for 31-year-old Ronald Kyron Tinsley II. You see, that night, Tinsley, a seaside resident and local rapper known as Lil Caesar, was driving a gray van when Officer Shivdev Dillon noticed the vehicle had no front license plate and expired registration tags, a common violation that usually results in nothing more than a citation. But as the officer approached, this stop carried more weight than usual because Dillon recognized Tinsley from prior encounters, including an arrest for being a felon in possession of ammunition and more recent felony domestic violence charges where officers had reportedly been injured during his arrest.
What's up, man? My name's Archie, done with the Marina Police Department. The reason I pulled you over is because your registration's expired.
Yes, sir. So, pretty much had a few things I needed to get done with the vehicle.
Okay.
I'm getting it worked out.
Cool. You got your driver's license on you, bro?
Good. You flipped it though before you even knew my registration was.
Well, it looked like you had no front plate, so I was gonna try to confirm that.
Yeah.
Does that front plate? It didn't look like it.
Well, that's what I'm working.
So
working
that's
on
what
everything
originally
right
caught
now.
my
Yes, sir.
attention, and then when I was behind you, I saw the registration was also expired.
So the reason that I'm moving the vehicle right now is so that I can get the
Okay.
things done.
Center 8X2. One by number. Us at Tinsley, out of Monterey, switch. Registration, insurance? Are you on probation or anything like that? No? Give me a second. Go ahead.
Just work vehicle.
Tinsley was out on bail at the time, under court orders that prohibited him from owning firearms or contacting the alleged victim, and police records tied him to the Crips gang and possible narcotics activity, all of which likely increased the officer's caution during the stop. When Dillon reached the driver's side, he noticed Tinsley on his phone, which raised concern that he could be violating his no-contact order, and he ordered him to step out of the van. The situation remained tense but controlled until Dillon made a quick decision to reach into the vehicle and turn off the ignition, a moment that changed everything.
You're gonna have a lot harder time.
Okay.
So, open the door.
Yep.
Put your right hand behind your head. Your right hand behind your head.
Okay. No, wait. I
Hold on,
don't like
step
this,
out,
man.
dude.
I'm coming.
Step out.
I'm coming. I just
Step
don't
out.
like this.
Stop, dude, stop, sir. Stop the car. Stop the car. Get into the vehicle. Stop the No, dude, stop. Stop. Okay. Stop. Stop. No. Stop, dude. No. Stop. Stop. No. Stop. If you have a gun, I'm gonna shoot you in the back of the head right now. Do it. Hey, he has a gun. He has a gun. No, don't do it. Yeah.
Center A-Link to 3.
They're calling Dylan to the vehicle.
Your incident has been updated.
Hey, that's one. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Center copy, shots fired.
Your incident has been updated.
Hey, that's one. Sorry, supervisor.
8X1 copy, started supervisor. Are any officers hit?
Dylan needs help getting out of the vehicle. I don't believe he's hit. Suspect, possibly down. Stage A mark.
Center copy, no officers hit.
Don't do it! Yeah! No!
Center 8X1, shots fired. Shots fired. Stop. Dylan, get out of the car. Center 8X1.
Without warning, Tinsley accelerated the van, dragging the officer roughly 300 feet down the street before the vehicle finally came to a stop. Seconds later, Dylan could be heard shouting that Tinsley had a gun, as the object was revealed to be a loaded and unregistered .38 caliber revolver, which officers say Tinsley pointed toward another officer standing outside the vehicle. In that moment, Dylan fired a single shot into Tinsley's left shoulder blade, striking a major artery, while another officer also fired but did not hit him. Despite immediate attempts to provide aid, Tinsley was pronounced dead at the scene, and officers later found a small amount of methamphetamine inside the van. The Monterey County District Attorney's preliminary findings, supported by body camera footage and physical evidence, concluded that the officers acted in self-defense against an immediate and serious threat. Still, the shooting sparked protests, vigils, and calls for transparency, with community members and Tinsley's family questioning whether the situation could have been handled differently and whether de-escalation tactics, additional distance, or non-lethal options might have prevented the loss of life.
Today has been very overwhelming. I lost my firstborn son. I lost one of the legacies of my family. I saw my son had been put in an ambulance for about 2-3 hours, and I kept asking the police if my son was alive. Or was he dead, or what was going on with my son? I couldn't get any information. I asked them, police officers, what if that was your child? Could you imagine what I'm going through right now, the not knowing? And I just feel like they just stole moments from me yesterday. And they also stole my son. He didn't deserve to be shot.
A simple traffic stop over expired tags spiraled into a fatal situation, leaving lasting questions for both law enforcement and the community and revealing consequences far beyond what anyone expected. On November 1st, 2025, what should have been a normal drive along Stewartsville Road in Bedford County, Virginia, slowly turned into a terrifying moment for a family of 4. That afternoon, the family was driving calmly in their Chevy Cruze, staying in their lane and not doing anything out of the ordinary, simply heading where they needed to go. Behind them, a gray Dodge Ram truck belonging to Jay's Tree Service approached at a much higher speed, closing the distance quickly, its size and weight making it impossible to ignore. As traffic ahead began to build, the driver of the Cruze attempted to do the right thing and move into the right lane to allow the truck to pass. But just as the car began to shift over, something went wrong. Inside the car, panic and screaming filled the air as the vehicle came to a violent stop, while the truck did not stop at all and instead continued down the road, leaving the scene behind as if nothing had happened. By sheer luck, all 4 people inside the cruise, including 2 children, were wearing their seatbelts, which likely prevented the crash from becoming fatal. They suffered cuts and bruises, and while 2 were taken to the hospital by family members to be checked further, the others were treated at the scene. In the days that followed, the dashcam footage spread quickly online, drawing attention to the crash and raising serious questions about reckless driving, especially when it involves commercial vehicles. Virginia State Police later confirmed that an investigation was ongoing and that charges were pending, with many believing the video played a major role in identifying the truck involved. There has been no clear public explanation yet about what caused the driver to act so aggressively, whether it was impatience, distraction, or simple disregard for safety, but leaving the scene without stopping violated hit-and-run laws and removed any chance to offer help in those critical moments. Without the dashcam recording, the incident may never have been fully understood, and the family might have been left with no answers at all. No schedule, no job pressure, and no moment of frustration is worth putting innocent lives at risk, especially when a single reckless decision can change everything in seconds.